Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon. It's time to, well, work our way through the gym and then get our 7th badge. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, but this is the Moss Deep City Gym, home to gym leaders Tate and Liza. Yes, it's going to be a double battle, and it's against the Psychic type. Time for your typical pop quiz, Helldragon. What should you not take into a Psychic type gym?
You shouldn't take in spoons, because they'll ruin your spoons and you can't eat anything, and it's just so embarrassing when you have company over.
Okay, now the actual answers?
Fuck, I wish I had some.
Fighting and poison. Don't bring those guys in.
Okay, well fighting I should have guessed. Poison, I keep forgetting that poison is weak to psychic attacks, admittedly.
I think I gave the reasoning like it somehow disrupts the molecules of the poison and makes it less effective, but that's just me pulling ideas out my arse here. What you want to bring in are bug types, dark types, or ghost types. This is the reason I caught Absol, or Cars as we call him in this playthrough, because his Night Slash will be of great use to us in this gym. He's pretty much going to be taking point for the most part.
That's true, because see, the blade on his head is actually serrated when you look at it microscopically, and it rolls around the blade kind of like a chainsaw.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, I want to completely level the building. Just figure out what'll kill me and then dial it back a bit. It'll be great.
Magnitude has served us well, but its time is over. Earthquake, we welcome you to the team.
We're gonna give a lot of home renewers a lot of work when we use this move. Now, like you were saying with earlier, yes, this is actually like the first time for like a gym battle where you actually fight a double battle. And I thought that was a really interesting gimmick. I like how, when they introduced it in this generation, they decide to have it, be as important as it actually is by having, 2 gym leaders this time. I don't think they've done anything like that since. Like, I'm racking my brain here, but I don't think they haven't had like a gym leader that does like rotation battles or things like that. No, it's only the double battle, I think, that has had this honor.
Yeah, they need to do more in the next generation, I think. Like rotation battles, triple battles, a dark type gym, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I would really love a dark type gym. I think it's about time. We have more than enough dark type Pokemon.
I'm not actually sure what telekinesis does, apart from look fancy. I'm going to look this up right now.
Well, it's psychic powers, of course. It's got to be, telekinesis. I just noticed that little ring around every one of the Pokemons that has like a little red outline. I don't know why they did that. That's just how it is.
Telekinesis raises a foe into the air and makes the target immune to ground-type moves, like Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Arena Trap for 3 turns. In addition, all other moves, except one-hit knockout moves, hit the target regardless of accuracy and evasion. However, it does not allow multiple moves to hit semi-invulnerable Pokemon. Okay, I thought that was like just a benefit for the person you used it on, but then it became cool.
Damn, Twitchy, what the hell happened? We need to feed you more Pokeblocks.
Low viewership.
Where is that right now? As of this recording, obviously it's going to be outdated by the time we get there, but...
What, Twitch plays Pokemon?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty much a salty bets kind of thing nowadays. I think, exclusively play Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yeah, there's not really much you can do with it anymore, although, like I said before, I would love to see him take on Pokemon Puzzle Challenge or something like that. That would be the most fucking hilarious thing.
Yeah.
They'd have to put it on easy, though, because they would probably not beat anything past that.
Yeah, it's funny, you were talking about double battles. I don't think there's any actual double battles on the way to Tate and Liza. It's kind of weird.
I don't even know. I do like the whole Pac-Man dots they have going on here. It's nice.
Whacker, whacker, whacker. Oh, we'll get to you, Miss Creepy Person.
Did you know there's actually a competitive arcade version of Pac-Man? I just wanted to bring that up. Did you know that actually exists?
Not the one Miyamoto and whatnot showed off at that one E3, then.
No, not that one. No, it's like you actually play Pac-Man with like up to 4 other people, and whoever gets the power pellet, they get like really big, and they can eat other players too. It's the one I was playing. It had like a shitty joystick, so I couldn't really enjoy it, but it does exist.
It's kind of like a roll ball kind of thing for Pac-Man. I mean, if you're gonna be a ball, go all the way.
So yeah, Claydol. Again, never really been a big fan of it. I always thought it was a weird design. I know it's based off of something, but I don't know. It just doesn't really hold my interest, much like a Gen 3 Pokemon did in general.
It's kind of like... design strikes me more as a ghost type than a psychic type.
Yeah, it really does feel more like a ghost. I don't know why it isn't.
We're probably going to be under-leveled, at least in terms of cars here. But he's got a stab move, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we got everybody else who can be pinch hitting just in case.
Oh, this fucking Starmie. This thing made me do a retake, and I will hate it forever because of it.
Really? Please tell me more.
Well, he said that a little bit forcefully, but okay, I will comply. It spammed recover, basically.
Yeah, that is pretty lame. For some reason, it's not as darkly colored as I thought it would be. Like, I imagine that would be more like a shiny color for the Starmie, but no, apparently that's its normal colors.
Man, I really should have started, like, leveling up Ziggy, or get an electric Pokemon worth a damn, but, oh well, I guess.
So I want to see the Staryu who gets convinced to stick onto the other Staryu's back to become Starmie.
Together we can destroy our enemies.
Like, you're talking to him and he goes, I don't know, man, I'm not really sure if I want to be number 2 in the relationship, you know what I'm saying? No, it'll be fine, You'll be able to contribute. It'll be cool.
Can we have a giant shiny ruby on both sides?
The funding doesn't really cover that.
Oh, fine. I'll be the asshole of this relationship then.
Yeah, it's like, two people being in like a horse costume. He's the ass.
In more ways than one. That's a good job. Grassnot has a lot of PP.
Man, I'm glad this guy had a strategy. Oh wait, no he doesn't.
Yeah, fuck off.
Finally.
Ah, no.
Don't fall on my back. Sorry, dude.
Wow, transferring this little guy over from Alpha Sapphire kind of made him like the top dog in our team.
That's true. It's really paid off so far, I noticed.
I don't think we've mentioned the gimmick yet. It's just basically you hit these things, it creates new paths, and that's it.
Also, we're doing this on a fucking psychic mountain. Like, where did they get these pieces? I don't even know.
Yeah, visually, this is drastically different to how it was in the original, which was just kind of like a factory with, like, I think it was like... It was sort of like the Viridian City gym with, the arrow floors and the like.
Yeah, I still think, though, my favorite gym gimmick, just because how fucking crazy stupid it is that psychic gym from X and Y, because you go into the fucking cosmos, it's like Super Pokemon Galaxy up in here.
Welcome, new Pokemon.
Yeah, once you go to that kind of gym, I don't really think you can go back from that. Like, nothing else will seem the same.
Interesting comparison, actually, because Gen 3, the 7th gym, is a Psychic type. Gen 6, the 7th gym, is also a Psychic type. So come Gen 9, if the 7th gym is not a Psychic type, I'm going to be a bit pissed off.
Yeah, just like we were pissed off about all those Fire and Fighting starters.
Ugh. The pain still burns.
I keep forgetting that Grumpig is Psychic. I really don't remember, because does anybody even fucking use Grumpig outside of the main game here, obviously?
Well, if you're ever not sure, look at like what colour the Pokemon is. If there's even like a sliver of black on it, Dark type. If it's purplish, but it doesn't show any kind of like toxic residue and the like, it's probably Psychic.
Yes, that's true. For example, Ambor, lots of black colors, lots of red colors.
Don't
so
you
clearly
go there.
It's firefighting.
That's a touchy subject, and you bring it up every time. Stop
because it's correct.
Ugh. Fucking whoever was in charge of that decision at the time, I hate you.
Yeah, I think Ambor would have been a lot better as Fire Dark, too. We kind of just pretend he is in our head, because you named him Ganon, and Ganon being... Well, Ganon can fight. Like, he's always fighting in Smash Bros. He just stole Captain Falcon's moves anyway, so...
Maybe if he had a sword, he'd be a Dark type.
Hey, they finally gave him a sword as a custom move. Now we're not supposed to complain anymore.
That's not a sword, that's an extended punch.
That is true, yeah. I would prefer if he had, like, a sword moveset, like, you could switch between. That would be awesome. Like, I saw a mod for that, when I was looking at, like, some Brawl, like, Super Smash Bros. Brawl mod videos. Somebody had actually given him a moveset where he could switch between, like, his normal punches, like the sword and, like, a magic mode. And I was like, that would be perfect for Ganondorf.
I was gonna say, I'm not really a fan of, I would say the more recent trend of, trainers not even looking at you, but you stepped on a specific tile, so they're gonna battle you.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of lame, because you're supposed to feel rewarded for being able to sneak around guys, but if they just automatically turn to you, I'm like, fuck that noise. Remember when James had a Chimecho in the anime?
I was just gonna say, give my regards to James when you see him.
Like, what did that thing do? All I did was heal Bill, and then he dumped it off for what Pokemon I'm trying to remember? What does he have in the anime now? Like, I'm trying to remember.
Let me look this up, actually. I do have Bulbapedia open here.
I think Jesse has... Fuck, I don't remember what fucking Jesse has. I think Wobbuffet's back on the team, though, which is cool.
They've got Inkay, I know that much.
Okay, Inkay, yeah, and I know Wobbuffet's on the team, but beyond that, I don't think they've expanded beyond that.
Okay, well, this is cool, because it's up to date. On hand, Inkay, and that's about it.
Good, I'm glad we made that prediction. See, I am psychic.
Chimecho is with relatives right now.
It has relatives?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, James's relatives, not the Chimechos.
Fixing to say, like, you know, Chimecho's dad calls James on, how have you been treating my boy? Oh, well, he's been doing alright, Mr. Chimecho.
Oh, geez, Porygon's listed under temporary. Okay, let's just hastily go back to the commentary before we're sued.
So are you eventually going to get a Golem, like, before you finish recording this? Because I gotta see me a Golem, man, if you're going to be running around with Graveler.
I think you're going to see a Golem by the end of this.
Oh, is that right? Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, doesn't the Pokemon they should have did, like, the Be Strong Clarence, Be Strong for Mother kind of comic? Because as we all know, you know, Girafarig, it has technically two heads, but its other head is like some stumpy butt plug or something. That's the one that should be talking like that.
I really wish you'd chosen a different term.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. That wasn't exactly the best words to say.
Psychic and normal. Really odd typing.
That sort of makes it, like, normal against fighting, right? Like, it takes normal damage?
I think so.
Because I don't think fighting has resistance to damage. No, it's not resistant to damage. That's not how it works. I mean, it's not resistant to fighting, but I know normal is weak to it, so I don't know.
Alright, stop before you get ahead of yourself.
I don't even know where this conversation was going. Now Girafarig has no teeth. Good job.
Well, that's what you get for biting rocks. Not so smart now, are you?
Yeah, you and your Mr. Two Heads.
Well, two heads aren't better than one.
Sometimes they say that one is the loneliest number that you ever knew.
Really? Because I'm considering it right now, if you see again.
So I like how he gets like a psychic chair just to move over these dots.
Wee! I love that was like Tate and Liza doing that. Like, the actual Pac-Man pellets aren't doing anything.
I'm fixed to say, I was like, you're going in circles, where's this leading? And it's like, okay, now you're back up here, alright.
Goody, creepy twins, just what I want from Pokemon. Are we back in Mount Pyre all of a sudden?
Yeah, awesome. Drink your lemonade, Twitchy. It's not going in his mouth, sir. He'll keep feeding it.
Just douse it on some pellets and shove it in his beak.
You're not even going to revive him after all of the wonderful adventures you've had together?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Twitchy will not be able to help us out in this battle.
I don't know. You never know. So hey, you want to explain why you got a piece of Asia and you put it inside your gym?
No.
Is this a Double Mint Gum commercial? I don't know. Sasquatch! Wait, no, that wasn't the right sentence.
Damn it, Tate!
Are they gonna fuse?
Fusion! Ha!
Ha! And then they become Tazza.
The same fucking person, because they're twins.
Yeah, you know, their new design isn't exactly that different, but I do like the darker blues. I think it really sets out the robes a lot better. And here are some enemies from the Kirby series.
Right.
Now, Solrock and Lunatone, I always thought that was pretty interesting. What are your thoughts on this battle?
They're pretty cool. Well, oh, you mean the battle as a whole, not the designs. The designs are cool.
Anything, yeah.
Okay, throwing it out there, designs are cool. This battle, kind of annoying, not as bad as their Emerald one, but I'll get to that in a second. I would recommend taking down Solrock first, because with Sunny Day out, he can spam Solar Beam as much as he likes.
Yeah, it is kind of strange now that I think about it, that more, like I said earlier, more gym leaders don't do double battles, because it does add, like, this interesting new layer of strategy, considering you have multiple targets to consider.
Okay, let's see what their Emerald team was. Claydol, Zaytu, Lunatone, and Solrock.
Oh, okay. I think I didn't struggle on these guys as much. I'm trying to remember which gym leader I had to do, like, another take on. I was probably later on in the playthrough, but I don't think I had that much difficulty on Tate and Liza over here.
It's always like Norman, Winona, and these guys for me.
Yeah, Norman was the one I know I had to try multiple times on. He's definitely tough.
Just getting them to burn through their hyper potions here. Don't worry about Lunatone for the most part. He's basically like the wall of this fight.
I thought he slept with his eyes open for a minute there, because Absol is always watching you.
Well, it is the disaster Pokemon.
See, I love Grass Knot, because you can tell which Pokemon need to exercise more.
Do I have anything to cure sleep? Do you? Do you? Oh, that's a big no on that one.
I have a feeling after this we're gonna fight Giga Gaia, you know? It gives me that vibe. Speaking of which, have you ever considered of a Chrono Trigger playthrough sometime? I don't know, nothing's set in stone, obviously, or Lunatone, if you will, but...
Nice. I think you were gonna record it, actually.
We were thinking about it, nothing, decided yet. We're still thinking about it.
We haven't decided on the playthrough after Omega Ruby yet. I tossed out some ideas, he said whatever, I said okay.
Yeah, we had a really stimulating conversation when it came to that topic. So now without the sun, no grass can grow, so grass-type attacks don't work. When we kill the moon, the tides won't work, and it looks like Team Aqua will get their wish after all.
Well, there goes Team Moon's chance in the spotlight, I guess.
Didn't we have a Team Moon? Is Team Galactic considered the moon people, so to speak? They dress like moon people.
Space in general, I think.
You will ever wrestle a sentient moon down to the ground with grass?
Once or twice. It was pretty fun, actually. Not much to say about that battle. That went a lot better than I was expecting.
It's already over?
Yeah. They just have the two Pokemon. Because obviously Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire based on Ruby and Sapphire with some Emerald quirks here and there.
Yeah, so Psycho Cut is basically our light mode for cars here.
Remember Ursula and her use of the Psycho Kata?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I wanted to actually get into a kind of reminiscing session there, but no.
Who said we had good memories of that shit?
I'm sorry, man, I just don't remember.
Wouldn't this badge be more adequate if it was more like a Gemini type of badge for the twins?
I think that's what they were going for, like the different sides of the heart converging. Personally, I think Koga's gonna sue a bitch.
Well, yeah, but then they called it the Mind Badge, so I don't even know what they're coming up with here.
Just like a circle with a picture of a brain on it, now fuck off.
Brain Badge, get out.
You can stop the gimmick now, we've beaten you.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Look, I don't care if you're twins. I'm pretty sure most of them don't have that psychic connection anyway. It's just a load of horse shit.
You're the protagonist. Of course you'll win out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's pretty much ordained by God at this rate.
Alright, Phil and Lil, see you later.
I was tempted to call him Bart and Lisa at one point, but oh well. Whoa, I don't even understand what the fuck is happening, man.
I'm just enjoying the pretty colours, personally.
Oh shit, who left it on?
Oh, we don't even get a chance to bask in our glory.
Yeah, before the fucking apocalypse comes out.
Rayquaza, is that you?
Oh, did somebody shoot a final flash, or is that another fucking planet buster underneath the ocean? Dude,
Seriously.
this is pretty triumphant. Your skitty gonna die.
Every skitty gonna die. That's south of here, just for reference's sake.
Ah, thank you. Now that we've seen the Pillar of Light, though, we will now get superpowers.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, hey, Steven, I didn't notice you back there. You tend to blend in with the crowd.
Yeah.
What, did they, like, call you, like, right after we finished? What happened?
Well, he's got, like, gym leaders on speed dial and the like.
Maybe they have a psychic bond, so Steven automatically keeps up with the plot. Do you want some tea? I don't think now's really the time for that.
Yeah, the world might be ending, actually. He keeps stones by his bed. How precious.
They glow at night so he doesn't feel afraid. That's called an earthquake. Did your Graveler set that off with no? I love how it's a super ancient Pokemon. Not just a normal ancient Pokemon. Oh no, this is a super one. It's better than all of the other ancient Pokemon.
They do things on, like, the next scale of, like, weight and importance in Hoenn.
What's going to be great, though, is that all this phenomenon is going to make an awesome episode of Nova Science Now.
I've never watched that. Awkward silence.
Yeah, just turn that on. Go! I just have a feeling like we're kind of entering a Final Fantasy kind of phase. Like, underneath the ocean is like Omega Weapon or something.
Omega. That's something to keep in mind.
Yay!
Goody!
Yeah, nobody gives a fucking shit about diving, neither should you.
Oh, there's surf, there's dive, there's waterfall. You think that was enough?
At least they give you scuba gear. That's actually considerate and useful.
This is justification for your character model being under the waves for so long. Alright guys, we'll see you next time where we'll save the world, I guess. Bye bye for now.